Our next video is the amazing story of Georgette Couvall, born with half a face, and the extraordinary doctor who gave her a new one. This incredible image is the work of an amazing doctor who has changed the lives of children from all over the world. Dr. Kenneth Salyer is a reconstructive surgeon whose magical hands have turned deformity into beauty for thousands of patients, including the one you're about to meet.
It makes you feel like you're not a real person. Makes you feel like you're lower than everyone else.
This is the story of Georgette Couvall of Lake Forest, Illinois. When she was born on October 16, 1975, she had only one eye and a severely distorted nose.
Georgette's face was, it was a half a face, basically. The best way I could describe it, it was a half a face.
Sometimes it was harder on me because I'd find people staring at her, and maybe she wouldn't notice it yet because she was always happy around her family. As she got into school, it was harder. It was very much harder for her.
I had to go through teasing in grade school, comments. I had to deal with being different from everyone else, and I think that was the hardest part of that for me, just being different from everyone else and me seeing it as a child.
You cry and you do everything else, but after that you have to get on the stick and do the best things that have to be done, and that's exactly what we did.
They searched desperately for answers and found them in Dr. Kenneth Salyer. Dr. Salyer sculpts disfigured faces into masterpieces and does it using bone and tissue from the patient's own body. Even more remarkably, he works under the skin, leaving the face virtually untouched. What you are seeing is real, a series of time-lapse transformations that chronicle Dr. Salyer's work. These medical morphing videos were built using a series of photographs taken over a period of years to document his patient's progress each step of the way. Whether the deformities are caused by accidents or present from birth, Dr. Salyer can make the impossible possible. Although infants and children go through several growth stages, the end results speak for themselves. All part of Dr. Salyer's magic.
Before craniofacial surgery, many of these patients were treated with just superficial surgery. Today, by peeling the face down through the craniofacial approach, we're able to change the basic shape and form of the entire face, working on the inside and on the outside.
Dr. Salyer actually goes beneath the skin to re-sculpt and reshape his patients' heads and faces. He peels the face down, hair and all, like a mask, and corrects the distorted foundation, working from the inside without leaving a visible scar. That's what Dr. Salyer set out to do for Georgette. He planned a series of operations where he'd take pieces of bone and cartilage from various parts of her body and use them to rebuild her face. This medical CAT scan gives us an inside look at Georgette's deformed skull. It reveals that she was born with a single eye socket, with no place to insert an artificial eye. Dr. Salyer's challenge was to build the bony structure, or orbit, needed to hold the eye.
We had to take a piece of her cranial bone and split it, put one piece back, and then use the other piece as grafts to build the right shape and size of the orbit.
Now Georgette needed a nose.
The ingredients to my nose would be cartilage from my ear, and a little bone from my hip bone, a little bone from my rib.
We actually take the bone, and the bone from the rib has cartilage on the tip of it. So this is bone, and this is cartilage. And we use that for reconstruction and the support of the underlying nose.
I'm very lucky that there's bones that they can use to, to give me what I need.
It was a grueling 16-year process, with constant trips between Chicago and Dallas. But in the end, it was worth it.
I knew each time it was getting better, and she was growing, and she was getting prettier, and she was feeling better and better about herself.
Now, after almost 20 years and as many surgeries, this little girl who had endured so much is completely transformed.
We built her face, and we did it with taking tissue from her to build a structure that looked as normal as could be.
Feels wonderful. I love it.
One more life given a miraculous new start by Dr. Salyer's magical hands.
Thanks for everything.
Okay.
Today, Georgette is 23 years old and in college, living out dreams she never imagined would come true.
I enjoy doing everything now. Now that I feel normal and I'm not having any problems, with other people making comments, I feel like I can do anything. Anything at all. Thanks to my family. Thanks to Dr. Salyer. This whole thing was definitely a medical miracle.